So what are the top 5 states to buy land really cheap right now? In this video, I'm going to walk you through that. But before I get into the content piece, just note directly below in the description area is plenty of resources you can use to not only expand upon your passive income deals, but to jump on coaching calls with me if you need help getting through your first or next land investment deal. Also, if you have any questions about the land investment game, be sure to drop those down below. I'll create the follow-up videos answering your questions for you. But we are in a red hot real estate market still. Everybody keeps thinking we're at the top, this bubble's gonna burst, and it just keeps inflating bigger. So where can you buy cheap land? Now, this is a pretty open-ended subject line, question, whatever, because you could buy cheap land everywhere. So we wanna get a little more specific and say, hey, where can we buy cheap land? What states can we buy cheap land that's gonna be desirable and we could flip for a profit? Now we're getting into something. Now, once again, every state you could flip land and make a profit on it. But we're going to give you my top 5 and how to dial in, figure out where the cheap properties are at so you could purchase these at a discount, relist them online, and get your bank account up, because that's what's most important here. Top 5 states that I think you should consider focusing on right now. 1, Texas. 2, Arizona. 3, New Mexico. 4, I'd say Nevada. And 5, Florida. Now, I know a lot of people love picking up properties in Arkansas, North Carolina, Tennessee, California, whatever. You could get great deals everywhere, but in these specific states, I've had great results selling properties, and more importantly, Florida. So Florida, everybody is transitioning there. They want to own land. Builders are going nuts. I have a friend here in Cleveland, Ohio, that actually set up a shop down in Florida. He's still based here, but he's building houses all over down there. I reached out to him, said, well, what counties are you working in? And these are all counties that would be considered Central Florida crap once upon a time, is now a really desirable area, and he is flipping these things like crazy. So many people think when you invest in Florida, you want to be on the coastlines, and yes, that is where the high dollar stuff is, but in Central Florida is incredibly desirable as well, and that's where I focus, because you can still pick up these properties for under $5,000 and double your money in many cases when you purchase them right. So let's go through the rundown on all 5 of those states there, how to pick out what counties are going to be good for you, how to test a county, and then ultimately start flipping these things to make a profit. And I'm going to start this out or break this down as if you're a complete newbie, and if you're a seasoned investor, you know how to jump right in and get into action here. So let's focus in. Well, actually, one story I want to share before we go through all these. I buy properties directly from the counties. And one of the counties I deal in Navajo County, Arizona, they usually have hundreds upon hundreds of properties on their list. And, you know, we'll go through the list. We'll buy 15 packages at a time, things like that. I reviewed their list today. They're down to, I believe it was 35 properties out of hundreds they had available. So if this doesn't tell you the market's red hot and people are still buying up stuff, this should be, you know, signing off the alarm bells there and letting you know, hey, take some action, take a little risk, get some property and flip these things, because even the tax delinquent properties are being sold with the quickness when there was an abundance of these just a handful of months ago. Anyway, those states that I had just named there. Let's go ahead. Actually, I'm going to pivot and say Texas. So what I would do if I wanted to start flipping properties in Texas and get really cheap land, 1, I would start out on Zillow. Now, I know that sounds super basic, nothing cutting edge there. I would go to the state of Texas within Zillow. I would not pick a single county. I'd just do the whole state, blanket it. And I'd say, I'm only looking for land in there. You could do this in all the filters. Only looking for land, and I'm looking for everything that's listed from $0 to $10,000. Now, I haven't searched Texas in a minute. I'm focused on Florida, but within Texas there, let's say you get 200 results. And there'll be a bunch of leases in the beginning, stuff that'll be, you know, a couple $100, things like that. So you got to sort through those. Then you're going to be looking at off-grid type properties that real estate agents have listed on there. These properties will probably fall anywhere from $1,500 up to the $10,000 mark. You want to start marking down what these sizes are of these lots, what counties they're in, and if the real estate agent is responsive when you reach out. Now, for me, when I find a county that I like, I will research that county on other platforms. So let's walk through a scenario here. We're in Texas. We find properties listed by an agent for $1,500. I'll look up what that county is. I will take the same size property and the county, and I'll plug that into the search engines of Land Watch, Land Farm, Land Flip, Land Century, places like that, and see what other investors are listing these for. If they're listing for more than that one fluke property I found really, really cheap, that's a good sign. I want to go ahead and swoop that up and see if there's a buyer's market for that. And me, I will absolutely test $1,500 to $2,500 paying even retail on a property in a new marketplace just to see if I can get results. So let's take the example of this made up story I'm telling you on a $1,500 property. I would reach out to the real estate agent. I would buy it outright. I wouldn't even negotiate. I would take note of the title company that does the closing, what the deed process looks like, the whole scenario there, what my fees are, everything in and out. So I know, okay, I was able to take this down for $1,500. This was the agent that brought me the property. This is the title company that closed it. Here was the closing process. Here was the filing fees. Boom, I'm all in for this. Then I would take that and I would create an incredible listing and I would move it over to the other land platforms there. And I would do something like 75 down, 75 a month for 60 months, creating like a $4,500 note out of this deal that I'm probably all in for $2,000 with all my fees, closing costs and everything like that. If I have buyers bite at this property, even aggressively, and they're like, yeah, I want it, boom, I know there's proof of concept here and I want to go after more deals. So I'll flip it, I'll get my note, money's good. I'll reach out to the real estate agent and say, I need you to send me all the listings that pop up on a regular basis on the MLS there. So I'm going to have my inbox filled up through this real estate agent that knows I'm a real buyer. I'm not going to haggle. I'm just looking for the deals. Now, when you get the bulk listings there, stuff will pop up cheap. And if you're the real buyer, you may get first dibs at this. But here's another scenario that you want to do to go ahead and make sure you got deals filling in your pipeline as well. Whatever that county is, use a company like offerstowners.com. Say, let's just call it Hudspeth, Texas, something like that. You know, it's in the middle of nowhere. And I'll say, I want to pick up 5-acre lots, Hudspeth County, Texas. I want to target all the owners that own these properties that live out of state. And I'm going to offer everybody $500 for their property. Let's go ahead and send 1,000 of those out. This is a way you're going to get properties even cheaper. You're going to get a lot of hate responses, but you're going to get a lot of results if you do it right. So I got the agent working on my behalf, bringing me deals. I'm doing direct mail to owners that live out of state. I'm eliminating all LLCs. I'm targeting the end consumer. And I have this floodgate of deals coming my way. I'm going to take these deals. I'll most likely use the title company to do all the filing for me. That way, I don't have to worry about, self-closing, deeds kicking back, anything like that. Just have the title company handle everything for me and we'll be good to go. So that's how you go ahead and target in on a county within the 5 states that I named for you to go ahead and check out and get profitable on. Now, like I said, you can find cheap land in any state. I live outside of Cleveland. You can get lots in Cleveland for $100. You don't want the drama that comes with that type of stuff. You want to go places where everybody wants to invest or live and build. You want all the levels of upside to it, so you have plenty of exit strategies to get profitable on. And for me, this year I am big on Florida, but I would also say definitely focus in on Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, Nevada, places like that, because I've had fantastic results there. And when deals fall in my lap in those areas, I absolutely still buy them up. Just my main focus, I'm all about Florida this year. So hit me up. Let me know what you're focused in on, what you're looking to buy, where you're looking to invest, what numbers you're looking to deal with. And hey, let's keep this thing going. If you have any questions, if I can help you out any way along your journey, please shoot me a text at 440-567-6040. You could drop those questions down below as well. And remember, in the description is a link if you need help getting through your first or next land investment deal. You could set up a coaching call with me over there. But as always, I truly appreciate you tuning into this. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video.